how you guys doing today? We're just getting right into it. This is going to be a get ready with me video. I'm going to try a bunch of items that I purchased that you guys have seen. Some things I don't think I've shown you, but let's just get right into the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this thing on to hold my hair back and take off my glasses, so I'll be right back. So I already dabbed on my face this Flower Beauty Hydrating Primer. I've heard really good things about it. I picked it up at ULTA. I wanted to use my mirror, excuse me, from, what's that called? Simple Human, which I've been using it. And to update you guys, I absolutely love it. But since I had to resort to using my iPhone because my Canon decided to just keep shutting off of me. So I said, you know what, you want to be temperamental, so I'm just going to use my iPhone 6S, and we're just going to record this video because it's something that I wanted to do today. So for foundation, we're going to try this DIOR Backstage Face and Body Foundation in 3N. I picked this up from Sephora. Use the code MED shade, and you can pick the medium shades. I'm not sure what the other two are, if you're light or dark. If I remember them or if I can find them, I will put them in the video for you guys. So if this doesn't match me 100%, then I'm going to mix it in with this Makeup Forever one. This is shade Y335. And that was one of the other ones that I picked. And then I picked shade 4N. See if I can open this because my hands are greasy from the primer. Which I probably should have opened that before I put the primer on. Don't you hate when you do that? You know you're going to open something, but you forget that you need to open it. So you put stuff on your hands. And now I can't even open this. Be right back. So I opened it. I feel like today everything that could go wrong is going wrong. But you know what? I'm pushing through because I said I was going to film, and I'm filming. And it has a little spatula, so I'm going to just put it on the face. This looks like it's going to match. I'm just going to put it on here first. And I'm going to do one side with the SONIA KASHUK sponge. It's nice and damp. And then I'm going to use this other brush from this kit that I got on Amazon. So I'm just really loading it up on my face. So let's do one side first. So I'm going to do this brush. It's like an angled kabuki brush. It's from a set that was only $10.99. I got it on Amazon. So I'm going to have to rely on my iPhone to basically see what I'm doing, because the Simple Human mirror would literally block everything and you guys won't be able to see. So let me see if I can move it a little closer, because it is magnified, and it does, oh my god, it does help so much. Let me just move it. Maybe I put it here, but you're gonna see the light. That's the only thing. Yeah, this is not a good idea. This is gonna really mess up everything. What do you guys think? Actually, that helps so it doesn't look as dark. So can you guys see? Like, this thing gets really like high on its own. Okay, let me put it up a little for you guys. I'm sorry if I'm gonna be all over the place. This is what happens when you film and you don't make it perfect, because we all have those days when we try to film. So if you can see, it's very sheer coverage, which is not bad. So this will be great for you know, like if you want to do something very natural on your face. There's something on this brush. Okay, so let's do the other side. Let's put a little more foundation. Excuse me, and then we'll build it up. I really don't, everyone's saying it's very perfumey, but I don't smell the perfuminess. But you can't trust me by that, because it could be because I was sick and I still probably can't smell things as much. I don't think a sponge is the best way. What do you think? Let me just look over here real quick. And I did not blend in that primer as well. Let me see. Can you guys see that? And this is the side with the brush. The good thing about the sponge is probably going to soak up a lot of the product, but the good thing about the sponge is that it looks more dewy, and with the kabuki it looks more flat. So you know me, I like to look dewy more, but I'm going to continue doing everything, you know, the way I'm doing it is what I'm trying to say. So let's put another layer. And I don't smell anything, like I said. So let's really pack it on there to really build it up. And I'm just pouncing it on. I really like how it looks so far. It looks very natural. And I know this is a face and body. And I'm honestly not someone who likes to spend money on face and body items because I feel like it's a lot of money. If I'm gonna spend like $40 on something, I'm not sure about the price, I'll put it here while I'm talking about it. I feel like if I'm gonna spend that much money on a foundation, then I should just have full coverage. Let me know if you guys are like that. Yeah, it looks very skin-like, which is amazing, but it's very, very sheer. So this is great for every day. Putting it on. So let's do the forehead. And I'm just patting it. I'm trying not to like swipe. And this headband, since it's new, it's like super tight on my head, on my ears I should say, and I feel like I can't hear, so I had to lift it up a little bit so that I wouldn't feel like I had like headphones on or something. But I like this headband. It's like one of the best things that I got for putting on my makeup and washing my face. It really has helped because I have a lot of flyaways. As you can see, my hair is a hot mess right now under this. As you saw in the intro. Now let's go in with the sponge again. And I'm going to use the bottom. Actually, let me just use the way I was using it. So I do apologize that I kind of stopped filming. That was not intentional, but like I was saying earlier, I wasn't feeling that great. My body was fighting something. I think I was getting like a cold and my body was just like, but I made sure that I started taking some stuff, and that's why I was resting and not really posting. I didn't post a thing for like a week. So I said, nope, I'm feeling a little better, so I am going to film today. And that's why I was getting aggravated. I jokingly was saying, you see what I mean about the coverage? I like that. I was jokingly saying that I'm going to Hulk out because I was getting really mad that everything was just not working. I couldn't get the lighting. My camera kept shutting off. The stand that I've been using since I started filming again was in the right spot. I hadn't moved or anything, but for some reason it was deciding to not be the right height. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna go back to what I used to do before, use my glossy boxes, and we're just gonna call it a day and just do it. So here you go, guys. You can see my skin through. This is a really nice, I see why so many people like this. I would wear it like this if I wasn't going to do like a full face or whatever. Like if I was just gonna do a natural look, I would stop right here, just put a little concealer and be on my way. But because I want to do a little bit more makeup, since we're playing with one of the palettes today that I purchased, I'm gonna build it up, and I probably shouldn't have done that because I'm changing the look of the way it looks. But I forgot what I was doing for a second. So let me look here real quick. The funny thing is that over here, looking in this mirror, the Simple Human, it looks very matte, but it looks a little dewy on this side. So the coverage. Maybe what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of that Makeup Forever on top, just a little bit, just so we could try it out, right? We're trying new things today. So let's pump this out. And I do like these little samples. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see that. I really shouldn't have put it on that finger, but can you see that? The middle finger. I'm just gonna put it where I need it, which is on my cheeks. That's usually where I need the most coverage, and I'm gonna just dot it there, and whatever's on my fingers, I'm gonna wipe it onto the sponge because I usually have like a little cloth or something, but I don't. And you guys are gonna see that I'm pretty much all over the place, but this is how I typically am. So you're gonna see my brain works kind of fast, I think, sometimes. Like, does that ever happen to you guys? Like, you're talking and then all of a sudden you're like, wait, what was I saying? And then you're like, oh yeah, I was saying this. So, which I didn't put any on my forehead. I just realized that now, and I went to blend it. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm really out of practice. There we go. Now you can really see what color it is. It's actually a lot lighter than I thought it was gonna be. Because online it looks like it would be like the perfect match for me. But it's definitely not as yellow as the shade that I did try. Oh my god, what is the shade I tried? I'll put it here for you guys. The shade that I tried before, it was definitely too yellow for me. But I mean, I mixed it with other foundations, so it didn't really matter. So switching to that kabuki brush. And I actually find that these brushes, this is the second time I'm using them, but I didn't use this particular one, the angled one. I find that these are actually pretty good for the price. I got them on a lightning deal and they were $10.99. I think I said that earlier. I hope I said that earlier. But anyways, that's how much they were. So now I'm looking in the mirror. And I don't set my foundation with powder because I have dry skin. But I could see how if you use powder, this would work. I wish I had some powder actually to test it out. But in this mirror, everything looks like it's pretty blended out. Maybe once I put concealer on, it'll really like, you know, because I mean, what do you guys think? I think it looks really, really good. I don't believe that the Makeup Forever really changed that much of a little bit of my finger, the way it looked. So I'm just gonna, I think that's good. And I went over my nose. I know I saw that. In all honesty, like I said, the sponge side looks better, but I have dry skin, so maybe that's why. For me, the sponge is better as opposed to the kabuki brush. So I'm going to now put concealer on. And this is a concealer I've been using forever. I actually picked up a new one. This is from MAC. This is the Studio Finish, and I'm just going to take it out of the package. This is the shade NW30. This is the shade I've been using since, well, since I started my YouTube. And I absolutely love this concealer. It's one of my favorites. And I did buy a new one to try out, but yeah. We'll talk about that in another video. Or maybe I should just mention it here. Okay, so we're going to use this brush from Ulta Beauty. This is the Buffing Concealer brush. So the concealer that I'm mentioning is from Makeup Revolution. That's the one. I was like, oh my god, I had a brain fart for a minute there. Makeup Revolution is they have a foundation, they have a concealer, and that concealer has been all the rage here on YouTube. Like, everyone's talked about it. Oh my god, this is such a good concealer. And I tried it out. I even purchased the banana powder, and I was gonna use it again here, but I've tried it 2 other times, and each time I used it, it just did something. It didn't mesh with my skin. I'm just gonna say that. Just didn't look good. So I was like, okay, well, we are not going to use that concealer again, because, you know, if you don't have the right concealer, what happens? It creases, it doesn't look good. I felt that it didn't just cover anything, and it just did a lot of creasing. So we just got a new one from what we've been using, and I was like, yep, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, like they say, right? So I'll keep looking for other concealers to try. Like I told you guys, I'm open to trying other things. So I'm just being very gentle on the eyes. I really like this brush. If you guys haven't tried these Ulta brushes, you definitely should try them out. And they're actually having a sale, but I believe the sale ends today, where they're like $5. So I think that's good. It looks like it's blended nicely under the eyes. Let me put a little bit on my cheeks here. Notice that I always need to put like a little bit of concealer on my cheeks. Like, I tend to break out on my cheeks. I wonder if it's because of my, excuse me, I don't want to use that finger. I'm not trying to flip you guys up. I wonder if it's because of the, what's that called? Oh my god, what is with me today? Okay, you guys, I don't know what I was just saying. I lost my complete train of thought. I know I was talking about a concealer. Yeah, this is how I've been. So I'm going to go in with the Kat Von D shade in Light. We're going to go in with my favorite shade, which is called Lyric. I always double check, because if you guys watch my Ulta haul, I actually said all the names backwards in the ILUVSARAHI collection when I was doing the eyeshadows. And it's really not my fault that I did it backwards, because when you look at the palette and you flip it over, I checked a couple of times. I was like, oh, okay, it should be fine. And I said them all wrong. That's why I corrected them in the video. But yeah, I like to go in with Lyric, and I'm using a Real Technique setting brush, and then I go in with the shade next to it, which is called Lucid. It's more like a peachy tone, so I go in with this one right here. I go in with the yellow and then with the peachy. And I've even thought about maybe just getting the individuals and giving this to someone who uses all three. Because I have planned to film for you a makeup declutter video. Because I have a lot of stuff that I've had and I do not use. Like, I have actually decluttered before, but I just never filmed it. I just kind of went through stuff and I gave it away. Like, I gave a whole bunch of makeup to my niece, my brother's daughter, and she was super excited because she didn't have any makeup, and I was like, oh, here you go, you get this. And most of it was new. I gave her some makeup brushes as well, so look for that. I'm gonna be doing more decluttering videos because I have way too much stuff. And as you guys know, when you do YouTube, you buy all these things and then it's like, wait, what happened? You know, especially me, like I plan all these things. Like I'm always thinking, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But then, you know, life gets in the way, and you plan to do something and they fall through. So I wanted to use a new eyeshadow primer, but I can't find the one that I bought. So we're gonna just go with the MAC. Actually, no. What happened, I remembered, is that it was a sample and I used it up. And it was the NARS original primer, which is actually pretty good. I've never tried it before. So since we're out of that one, we're just gonna go with the MAC Paint Pot in Utterly Becoming. So we need a brush to apply that. I know I had one here. I'm just trying to be very careful because, you know, I have this a light right here. So should we go with the round or the flat one? Let's just use the flat kabuki. I love this one from Sigma, the flat kabuki, right? The Precise Flat P80. If you guys been watching me well, you know this is the one I use. So before I started doing YouTube, right? I told you I'm gonna be all over the place. This is how I used to do my makeup. I used to always do the face first, and then I would do everything else. I'm just prepping my eyes. I honestly don't know what palette I'm using. I have two palettes here next to me, but I have an idea which one I'm gonna use because I'm trying to make a decision about this palette. So I would always do my eyes after. Because in all honesty, you know what? I should do a video for you guys how I used to do my makeup before. If you guys want me to do that, let me know. And I will do a video exactly. Maybe not using the exact same products because I don't have those anymore. Because that was a long time ago. But how I used to do my makeup in my early 20s, basically. What I'm trying to say. So this seems like it's all buffed out. You have to get really up close with this mirror. Because it's magnetized. Oh my god, I swear I can't speak today. So I just go in with the residual powder on here, and I just set this. It's magnified. I was gonna say magnetized. Oh my god, you guys have no idea. This is what happens when I get flustered and I get frustrated. I think part of the reason why I'm a little bit frustrated, if you guys didn't know, I have not talked about this, and I honestly did not plan on talking about this. I'm just gonna go into the peachy shade, which is called hold on, Lucid. I'm gonna just put it on the eye real quick. Tomorrow, oh my god, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Tomorrow will be the anniversary of my mother's death. If you guys don't follow me, my mother died in April. So that was what? So it'll be 5 months tomorrow. And to say to you guys, this week has been one of the hardest weeks for me. I've just been all over the place. I've been super emotional. I've been practically crying like every day. If you guys have lost a loved one, you know what it's like. And it's just been really, really hard for me and my brothers and sisters. This has been very, very hard for us because, you know, losing a parent is hard, especially when you lose a parent that raised you from day one and took care of you and was always there for you. So I'm gonna just leave it there because if I keep talking about it, see my voice is changing, I'm gonna start crying, and I don't want to cry on camera. So that's not what this video is about because that's not why I got on here. So I'm gonna say, let's leave it at that. I'm not gonna talk anymore. So now the palette I'm definitely going to use, because I was trying to decide if I should use the Norvina palette or the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm actually going to use the Jaclyn Hill palette because I did do a look. I didn't post it. I was just playing around with it while I was talking on the phone with my sister, and I got a lot of compliments on it. So we're going to use the Jaclyn Hill Ring Alarm palette. And I love the packaging, and I know there's a lot of controversy behind this right now, but we're just going to use it because it's makeup. Makeup is supposed to be fun. Makeup is not supposed to be so much scandal or whatever. So let's just go into it. Let's see what colors. I think I'm going to go for like I'm going to try this. I called it Lolly. right? No, lolly, I think it called it. I think it's lolly. Maybe she means like lollipop. That's what I thought of anyways. I think I'm gonna use that as the color inspiration and then go work around that, because I honestly, like I said, I'm just kind of going by what I'm seeing. So we should probably do, what transition shade should we use? I think the colors that are in here, let me put it like this so you guys can see, like, let me get sun a point because I do not have good range of motion. Okay, so this is lolly right here. Oh my god, I want you blank. This is lolly. And these are the, this is like this is matte, this is matte, this is matte, this is matte, and this is matte. But I don't know about any of these being transition shades. I'm trying to think. Maybe mugshot. Alert might be too much. I mean, we could go with frame, but I think frame is too, like, we need like a one color, in my opinion, to like transition it. What color could I use to transition it? Let me look real quick at one of my other new palettes that I have. Okay, so I decided to use from the ILUVSARAHI Dose of Colors. This color right here, excuse mine, it's like really, because it came broken. I believe it's called Finders Keepers. And let me just turn it this way. I hope it doesn't make a mess. We're gonna go into this shade. I'm gonna use this as my transition shade today. Okay, I'm back. So here's the funny thing. I set up everything so that I could film this video. And because I got so flustered talking about my mom, I couldn't remember where I put anything. So we're just gonna go with the shade Finders Keepers. So I'm gonna use the Sigma brush. This is the Diffuse Crease E38. And yeah, my mom passed away unexpectedly. She was diagnosed with bile duct cancer, and we're very hopeful, and then it just, she was gone. And I don't know if I should keep talking about that. This year has been probably one of the hardest years. Feels like so many things just happened. But I always say this to people, you know, in life a lot of things happen that we're not too thrilled about, but it's what you do with it that matters. I mean, allow yourself to grieve. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that if something happens to you, it doesn't matter how severe it is or whatever, there are your feelings. You are entitled to every bit of what you're feeling. If you're feeling angry, sad, frustrated, you work through that. Don't let anyone tell you that your feelings are not valid. I love this color. This palette, if you guys haven't picked this up, you should definitely pick it up, even if it's for these two shades that are in here that I've used already. Which I'll be talking about this in a separate video, this collection. So don't allow people to tell you no. Like, I don't understand how people are saying, when I told them about my mom, a lot of people saying, oh, don't be sad. She doesn't want you to be sad. You got to move on. And it's like, I'm sorry that you think that. I mean, I know my mom wouldn't want me to get depressed and kind of give up on life or whatever. But my mom knows that I'm not that person. I go through my feelings. If I wake up feeling happy, I'm happy. If I wake up mad, then I'm mad. Like, I allow myself to feel whatever it is that I'm feeling so that I can heal. I think this is good. Let me just buff it a little bit, because I feel that a lot of people, what they do when they go through things, they don't allow themselves to go through what they're feeling, because they allow what other people expect from them to, you know, stop them from what they need to do to help themselves. And you cheat yourself in the process, because who is anyone else to tell you how you're supposed to feel? You are supposed to go through whatever it is that you're going through. Don't allow someone to say to you that. If you're being destructive, that's a different situation. But if you just lost someone that you really care about, you have to go through the grieving process, and it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. Let me grab another brush, because I will be here all day talking and chit-chatting. So I'm going to take another one of these brushes from this collection that I got. And we're going to go in with, since we did that transition shade, maybe we should go in with I'm going to go with Lolly all over the lid first. Because I feel that once I put that on, I'm going to know what direction to go in. So we're going to use this shader brush. I used this before. I think it's pretty good. And we're just going to put that. Because this is like, it's like a pink shimmer. And I noticed that the shimmery eyeshadows are like, they feel like they have oil or something. I'm going to look down into this mirror. I hope you guys can see. So I'm going to start right here and applying it in the inner corner. Oh, I like this color. It's like, it reminds me of a sunset. I don't know. What do you guys think? So like I was saying, don't allow people to tell you about your feelings. Like I always tell my son, I'm like, look, if you get mad, you get mad. If you get frustrated, you get frustrated. I tell everyone this, especially him. You are entitled to your feelings. Just don't pitch a tent and don't live there. Because in reality, in life, if you fall down, your options are either you stay on the floor and you have the whole world pass you by, or you get up and you do something about the fact that you fell down. So that's what I tell my son. Because, you know, he's a teenager now. Oh my God, I can't believe that he's 13 years old. To me, time has gone way too fast. Like, I remember when my son was just born. And my mom was actually there. She was my coach when my son was born. And she's his godmother too. So, you know, life throws us curveballs. But we just have to decide what we're going to do with what comes our way. Now, can you guys see that? This is a really nice color, but I honestly thought it was going to show up a little bit more. So I'm going to like smoke out a little bit on the corners here. So let's see what we're going to apply on here. I think I'm going to go in with Mugshot. I'm hesitant to use this color, and this is the reason why, because when I swatched it, it was a little bit patchy. So I'm going to put it on, and if it does look too patchy, then we're going to cover it with another color. Yeah, so let's put a little bit of Mugshot on the outer corner, and then I think I want to go in with Siren too. I'm going to put it on the outer corner, and then we're going to go in with Siren. So I'm just going to put it out here, and I'm going to use another one of those brushes from that collection. So that's just how life is. Like, also another thing that I went through this year, I got divorced. Me and my ex were separated for quite a long time, but he wasn't ready to get divorced, even though I was. And I'm not going to go into detail about the reason why. I mean, I think you guys can kind of figure out why we got divorced. But he finally was ready. I was just waiting. A lot of fallout from these shadows. I was just waiting for him to, you know, be ready to do that. And when he was, we went and we did it. And let me tell you something. Even though how many years had passed, it was like 7, almost 8 years had passed. When we went to go do the process, it was like I was reliving the whole thing all over again of getting divorced. It was like day one for me. And I just found that weird because I was not expecting that. Because since I was okay, I was expecting like I was going to be okay and, you know, whatever. And I was not okay. I was a little bit emotional that day. I grabbed the wrong brush that I want to use. And I think it's just because when, you know, you are with someone, I'm going to go in with the color. I'm not even showing you guys the shades. I do apologize. Okay, so I just went in with this color, Mugshot. I was going to say Mugshot. And then we're going to go in here with Framed now. Right on. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I'm going to go in with Siren. And I'm going to put it right there in the middle. See how that looks. I don't know why I've been liking to do that. I'm going to use this angled brush. I really wanted to use a flat one, but I don't have another one that I can grab right now. So we're just going to put it right in the middle. I hope while I'm talking, I'm completing my thoughts, because I do have that tendency to like start a conversation and I'll finish it. Let me find a shader brush. I think that will be better. I know I have one here that can put it on and apply it better. So I think that one's too soft. So let's use This big one from Sigma. This is the large fluff. This is the E50. Again, we're gonna go into Siren. So I just felt like I was reliving that day all over again. And it kind of, ooh, I went too far up. Can you guys see that? It kind of hurt my feelings because he showed up with the person that he was with at the time. Well, he's still with her because they got married. And I don't know why that bothered me, because it's not that I want to be with that person, but this is what happens, you know, your feelings. But it was not, how do I explain this? It's not like I was like that all day. It was like in that moment, it was like a shock to see that person. But then I was like, you know what? It is what it is. You already knew. This is nothing new, this behavior or anything like that. So I messed up. So I was like, well, this is why this is happening. So I'm going to put a little bit of Lolly on again because I feel like I lost it to blend it on top of this. So that Siren shade, even though it's like, it's not as shimmery, it looks more like a matte in my opinion. What do you guys think? So my point of saying that, I'm being very like vulnerable with you guys right here, is that it doesn't matter how much time passes, even if you have moved on in your life, whatever, things can remanifest. And when I think the reason I'm talking about this too is because I talked to my mom, and she said to me that the same thing happened to her when she divorced my dad. Like, she felt the same way. And in no way do I feel like that I failed at that relationship. Let's just clarify that. I don't feel that way. It's just that you're human. And I just know that, you know, we were not supposed to be together any longer. And that's just what happens, you know, with some people. I'm going to try to get rid of this here. I made such a mess. Oh my God, I can't believe I did that. That brush was too big. So this is what I have so far. Got a lot of fallout. Can you guys see that? That's something that I noticed with these shadows. You do get a lot of fallout. So I forgot about that. So I probably should have done my face afterwards. But live and learn, like they say. So I'm thinking it looks okay. I just want to put a little bit of a transition shade to fix that. So I'm wondering if I should just go in with a different color. Oh, actually, I'm going to go back in with that ILUVSARAHI color and fix up the edges. I'm going to go in with that Finders Keeper shade. So my mom, you know, she helped me get through that. And she said, Eva, you know, I went through the same thing when I divorced your father. And it's just a part of life. I mean, she said other stuff, but I'm just trying to summarize. I'm not trying to, you know, make this video just about that. So I guess this video is kind of like a life update, and it's not what I was planning, but this is an impromptu video. This is what happens. And, you know, it's just life. Life is full of a lot of surprises. So that's why I brought it up this year. And I'm kind of all over the place. I guess I'm being a little bit censored about what I'm saying because, you know, I'm not trying to put anyone on blast, because even though things didn't work out with me and my ex, I have no ill will to him. If anything, I know you guys are probably like, well, you just said it hurt your feelings. I'm human. Of course it's going to hurt my feelings. But that doesn't mean that I wish bad on him. If anything, the opposite. I wish him nothing but happiness. I hope he's really, really happy in his marriage that he has now, and that things are working out for him, because everyone deserves love. Everyone deserves happiness. I mean, I know he doesn't believe me when I tell him that, but it's the God honest truth, you know. That's who I am. I've never been a person who wishes ill on other people. That's just not me. That's not my prerogative. I don't believe that an eye for an eye situation. This is a pencil brush. I think I'm going to go into this shade here. It's called Poquito Más, which I've never used it actually. And I'm going to go in here and just want to brighten it up a little bit, see what that does. Oh yeah, that looks pretty. Can you guys see that? So yeah, so I went through that. My mom got sick. And it's just been crazy. But definitely the hardest thing is losing my mom. And it's so weird because like I'm so used to talking to her every day. So I'll catch myself like, oh, I gotta call my mom and tell her this. And then I'm reminded, oh, I can't talk to her. She's not here anymore. So it's been hard. I'm gonna use that same brush. If actually, no, I have a smudger brush because that's gonna spread. Where did I put the smudger brush? I have one. I told you I got everything ready. Oh, here it is. This is the smudge brush from Sigma. This is the E2021. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually use the Morphe color in Siren. I'm gonna smudge that all under the eye because I really like this. These colors are nice. So I want to see how this looks. It's gonna be tricky because I have to do this. I have to look up and not be in the camera. It's like hard. I really like this brush. It's really great for like this like work like this. I think I don't want to get it in my eye. That's another thing. When I used this palette the other day and I did a look, it got in my eye and it was stuck in there. You would think that I had contact lenses on. It just didn't want to come out. I just thought that was interesting. But yeah. And that's another thing that I want to touch on real quick since I brought that up. I'm sorry if I'm all over the place. I hope you guys can follow along. This is how I speak in real life, so do forgive me for that. When someone does you wrong, all you have to do is wish them the best. And here's why. Because when you sit there and plot out revenge, oh, I'm going to get them back for what they did to me, you're no better than the person that wronged you. I've never believed that because someone did wrong to me, I have to do wrong to them. Oh my God, I've been recording for such a long time now. So let's go here to this side. That's why I said earlier, I said that funny, that you have to own up to your feelings. If you're mad at someone, you'd say, yeah, I'm mad. And why you're mad. And it's okay to be mad because you're human. Ooh, I just nicked my, what do you guys think? I think I want to smoke it out a little more. Maybe that mugshot color. It's very faint considering how dark this color is. I don't think it's as pigmented as it should be, but that's okay. As long as you can build it up, I don't mind about that at all. So I think I'm going to go in with mugshot a little bit over it on the outer corner anyways. See what that does. Not really much. Let's just do it on this side, it be even. And I got some in my eye. Don't you hate when that happens, like when you film and you do your makeup and like you see like a little eye booger? It's like, oh, where did you come from? All right, I need to use something to dust this off. Let me use this brush to dust off this fallout. Maybe I should get some more powder. Let me get some more powder. I think that'll help to, you know, dust it off. This is where it would be good to have a powder, but I used to have the powder from MAC, the mineralized skin one, and I actually got rid of it because when I went back and I saw, I was like, oh my God, this powder is how many years old? I was like, yeah, I need to get a new one. So I'm looking to get a new one. If you guys have any suggestions for someone who has dry skin, let me know. Because my skin is very dry and I don't put powder on my face. I literally just use powder under my eyes and I feel like it looks okay now, right? What do you guys think? I still haven't done my eyebrows, so let me do that next because I'm going to forget. Or maybe I should just continue and do the cheeks. Yeah, let me do the cheeks and then we'll go to the eyebrows because I need to set my face anyway. So let me move these things out of the way. I like how it looks. Actually, I should probably put a brow bone color. What do you guys think? Let me see. It doesn't look bad. I don't think it needs one. If I did use one, which one would I use? Let me just buff this out. I'm bringing this up a little higher. She doesn't have a color in there that I feel would be good for my brow bone. I know I have one, but it's not in front of me because like all my makeup is put away somewhere else. I don't have it handy. Do any of these colors? Let me see if this eyeshadow palette here that I have. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this color right here from Patrick Starr's collection. It's called Sandy Crotch, and I'm just gonna put that because I think that actually be a great color. And we're gonna use the diffuse brush, crease brush, to put here. when I go back and edit this, I really hope that I finished my thought, because you guys have no idea when I speak how much I'm like, and I know maybe you guys are probably like, wow, she's not crying, whatever. You guys have no idea how hard it is for me right now that I'm not crying. My voice keeps changing. And I want to say that I think part of the reason why I am getting through this as well as I am is I've had a really great support team. This will get me to cry. I don't want to mess up makeup. Oh, I had to put mascara on. In tow, my brother Virgil, my sister Taryn, and Jamie have been really supportive of me, and 2 other friends have been really supportive. You guys know who you are. I'm not gonna mention you in the video, but they have been, well, actually three people that are not family, but they're like family to me. I've told them this. They have really helped me quite a bit through this. They check up on me. They listen to me when I'm very emotional that day. So I'm 100% grateful to them. They've been so great to me, all of them. So I'm super happy that they have been there for me. I'm not going to put any eyeliner on, actually, on my eyelashes. I'm trying to think about my waterline, because I have been trying these different eyeliners, but they're just not staying in my eyes. Like, I tried this Marc Jacobs one, this skinny liner. I don't know if it's just old, but it just seems to tug and it seems to have dried out. So I think that's what happened with this one. And then my CYNTHIA ROWLEY one is the one that I'm thinking I'm going to use today, because I tried this Ardency In one and it's very black and I see how people like it, but on my waterline it does not last. So let's go on with the CYNTHIA ROWLEY one. I probably need to get rid of this, honestly. I think I've had this for too long. I gotta sharpen it. Where's my sharpener? I hope you guys like long videos, because this is gonna be a long video. I could already tell, because it's showing this is 48 minutes it's been recording. That was before I got it right. So let's see how long it is when I edit it. I'm not even done yet. But I think it's just because I'm talking about things that are really, like, you know, hard for me to talk about right now. I honestly didn't think I was going to talk about any of these things. So let me get a compact in front of me here. I have the Patrick Starrr Hot and Heavy. I'm not going to use that, but this is the one that I have in front of me. I actually thought I grabbed the bronzer, but let's put on the eyeliner. I love black eyeliner for when you do like a smoky eye. Oh my god, I felt like that just... That's from the eyeshadows. Oof, poking my eye. Let me pull this down a little. And that's another thing that I noticed using the Jaclyn Hill. If it gets in your waterline, your eyeliner doesn't really want to go on. So I've never had issues with this eyeliner. Maybe my eyes are just really watery because I'm trying really hard to not cry on you guys. Or maybe it's because, yeah, I'm going to leave it there because that is the reason. I'm trying my best to not think about that. This is not going to be an emotional video, me bawling my eyes out, because I'm going to ruin my makeup. I'll have a good cry later. I can guarantee you that it will. Because I've been crying this whole week. So, did I close up about... You guys, when you put on eyeliner, do you have to get quiet? I know I do. Ooh, almost poked myself in the eye. Here's the funny thing. When I'm done with this, I gotta do my hair. I have no idea how I'm gonna do my hair. So, I don't feel that it's going on as black as it usually does, but I think it's just because my eyes are tearing up a lot. But this is one of my favorites. Oh, this plastic is the one I'm gonna... If you guys have never tried the CYNTHIA ROWLEY, you should definitely get it. I think it's a really great eyeliner. So let's put that back there. Let's close this up and let's put the mascara on. So, yeah, it's been surreal. And for those of you who have lost someone, I keep saying I'm not gonna talk about this, but I keep going back to it. I'm sure you have moments where you're like in disbelief that that happens a lot, like I was saying before. So let's get the mascara on. Can you guys see? And this is the NARS. I did a review on this if you guys haven't watched it. This mascara is everything. I think this one is even way better than the Too Faced Better Than Sex. Because that mascara is good. It's not bad. It's just the problem with that one, I find that it literally clumps. Not clumps, I mean, it crumbles and it falls. When I used to have that mascara, I loved it in the mini size, because I found that in the mini size when you had it, it never like dried up, it didn't crumble on you. But when you have the full size, tell me if this happened to any of you, it would just, by the end of the day, I was like, hey, why am I wearing all these flakes under my eyes? So I stopped purchasing it because I'm like, you know, a mini size only lasts you for so long. And then to pay $20-something for a mascara and then have it decide, hey, I'm not gonna cooperate today, is not cool. So I like it, but this one I think is way better. So if you haven't tried this one, you should get it. It's $24. I think it's awesome. And I love that it's buildable. So like I said, I did a video. Oh, and the thing that I honestly wanted to talk about, that I want to mention, the new iPhone that came out. How many of you are excited for that? I am. I am seriously thinking of getting a new phone because I have the 6S, what I'm filming with now, because I really like Apple products, if you guys didn't know that. And I recently got an Apple Watch. You guys, if you have not tried an Apple Watch or some kind of smartwatch, you need to get one. And here's why. I am someone who is disabled, if you guys didn't know that. I have a very rare muscle disease called dermatomyositis. I don't remember if I mentioned that or not on my channel. And because of it, I am very limited. I did the bottom lashes of what I can do now because of the last flare-up that I had. So with that being said, I spend most of my days like just sitting down. I don't get up. I don't really exercise like the average person or whatever. So having my watch, which I'm wearing right now, it's on silent, so it's not telling me to get up or whatever. If I'm sitting for too long, it will tell me time to stand. It'll buzz, and I'll get up and I'll stand. And then I'll remember when I'm standing, once it tells me you did it, oh, I gotta go do this, and then I go do something. Whereas if I didn't have the watch on, I would literally sit all day just watching YouTube videos, get up, you know, for the occasional bathroom break or whatever, but I would not do as much as I'm doing now, is what I'm trying to say. I have the Stila, I think it's called Mile High mascara. I think they changed the formula on this because this used to be a thing that I liked a lot, and it's not the same like it was when I got it, but it's still good. But it's not like I remember, what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to do my bottom lashes with this. I don't use the NARS one because I feel that it's too long, so I just want to go with a different one. So we have to get quiet and make the funny face. And I still made a mess under my eyes. I'm going to have to get a mascara that I can put under my eyes, or get disposable ones so I can use the NARS one, because the NARS one is good. It's just that the brush is too big for my bottom lashes. So if you haven't gotten a smartwatch, you should get one. It really does help you. And I like that the new Apple Watches have all these features. Like it has, the thing that has me wanting to just trade this one and upgrade is that it can sense now if you fall. That's one of my biggest fears, for me to fall down. And that light going on off is the Simple Human mirror. Oh my God, I made my bottom lashes look spidery. Yeah, I don't like that. Oh well. You can't tell from the smoky, right? Covered up with that. So we put that on. Eyebrows, that's what we gotta do next, right? Eyebrows. So I'm trying to decide. I did order something new to try for eyebrows, but I haven't gotten it yet in the mail. So I think we're going to just do the... Should we do the MAC one or the Anastasia? I think I'm going to go to Anastasia. I'm going to do the powder today and then the pencil at the same time. I like to do that combo. And then we'll just use the MAC to set it. So let me just turn this on, because when I turn it on, it seems to help me lighten it up a little bit. Or is that too bright? That's good. So the shade I have is the Duo Powder. It's called Bro Powder Duo. Dark brown. I'm like, what color is it? Oh my god, I'm sorry. I want to apologize for now. If you've made it this far, thank you for listening to my ramblings, whatever. Because like I said, I'm trying to like talk, and you know, it can be a little bit confusing at times. Let me turn that back on. So definitely I recommend you picking up some kind of smartwatch, because it's going to change your life. You don't have to get the Apple one. That's the one that I have. I have the Series 3. If you guys are following me on Instagram, I post my progress on the days that I close my circles. I post that, and as close as I get to it, it's not an everyday thing, because it just depends how I'm feeling. But it does, I do love this watch. I've even tried to convince my brother to get one, but he says that he doesn't want to know how many steps he's taking, because then he feels like it's going to change his progress, because he walks a lot. And walking is such a good exercise, and walking is such a good stress reliever as well. So this is why I don't really do get ready with me. I talk a lot. But let me know if you guys like these, because I do like to just sit down and just play with makeup and, you know, see what I come up with, because it just depends how we're feeling. Because there are actually quite a few makeups that looks that I've created, and I never posted on my channel because I just did them off camera, and then I was like, oh, I should film them. But okay, my phone just said low power, I need to hurry up. With everything that's going on, you know, life gets in the way. So, and also no, I just felt like people weren't really requesting, not enough people. So I am planning to hopefully record those for you guys. You just have to let me know which ones. So let's try to finish, because the camera, see, I like to just fill them in. I think they look pretty good. So now let's get the clear stuff. This one is from MAC. I'm actually running out of this one. So let's do this. I might have to stop and then come back, put my phone in charge. But let's finish what we can. Let's do the face, the rest of the face. And then what I'll probably do is charge my phone for a little bit and then come back and do, like, show you, you know, the hair and stuff. Well, I don't know if I'm going to show you the hair, but like the finish is what I'm trying to say. Oh my God. Really. I'm like, all over the place. Okay, so we're going to use today the Patrick Starrr. How beautiful is this packaging? Love it. This is from his spring collection. This one is called I'm Not Blushing Duo. I've used this already, but I haven't used it on camera. It has a bronzer and a blush in it, and I think it'll be perfect for this look. So we're gonna just bronze up the cheek first, and then we're going to do the blush. Okay, we're gonna use this brush actually. What highlight? Oh, I didn't grab a, oh yes, no, I got one in front of me. I'm like, I didn't grab a highlight, but I did. So we're gonna use the soft angle contour brush. I wanted to use a different brush, but I remembered that I still have not posted that video that I'm planning to film. So I'm going to use this one. And then once I've posted that video, I will, you know, use it. That's what I'm trying to say. Eva, stop talking. So I tell myself sometimes, you talk too much. I'm gonna sound crazy. Sorry. I'm gonna be quiet for a second. Just concentrate on this. I'm trying to rush now because I know my camera wants to stop. I was going to use my Marc Jacobs one. I really like the Marc Jacobs bronzer, but I was like, you've actually used that before. I don't know if I've used it on camera. I don't remember. So I was like, let's just use the new stuff. God, I really like how this looks. Let's do the hairline. Ooh, almost dropped my brush. Did you guys see that? Like I said, I'll probably just do a summary at the end of this. I'm sorry, guys. I do apologize. I'm going to keep apologizing because I feel like I'm all over the place. Let's hope that I don't chicken out and don't post this video, because I will do that. You guys don't know that, but there have been times where I have filmed and I'm like, oh, I don't really like how that, and I will take it off. So I'm going to use this Patrick Starrr. I'm going to use the Gimme Life a little bit to darken out a little bit. I think it needs a little bit more. Instead of using a contour, needs a little warmer. Yeah, that's great. So those two together look really, really good. And then we're going to put on the blush and then a little bit of highlight. And then what I'll do is I'll be back. I'm going to charge my phone, and we are going to then have the hair done, and we'll put the lips on to finish up the video. So let's put the blush, highlight, and then we will take it from there. You should see the mess that I have so far. So we're going to go with the Sigma large angle contour brush, right? That's the one I use. Well, that's the one I grabbed. So we're going to go into this blush right here. It's so pretty. I really love peachy blushes for like a smoky look. Like my favorite one is from NARS, and it's called Deep Throat. I've had that forever. That's actually one of the very first high-end things that I bought. Well, no, lie, second, because I bought Sin first, then Deep Throat for blushes. I bought other stuff. Okay, I think that's good. What do you guys think? All right, so now let's do the highlight. I'm going to use one of the ILUVSARAHI ones. I'm going to use, I think, Bathe, because I think I've worn Soulmate. Yes, I've worn Soulmate before. So we're going to go in with Bathe, which is a nice pinky tone. And where is the Anastasia brush? We're going to go with this brush right here. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm rushing. Tap off these when you're putting them on, because there's a lot of fallout. Yeah, I'm gonna, oh wow, that's too much. Okay, let's do this and then we'll take some off. These highlighters are like, you want a beam, a high beam on you, this is the one to go to. Let me turn that on to see how that looks. See what I mean? It's so pretty. This one I did not apply well, so I'm gonna have to buff it out. It's more than what I wanted. A little bit down the nose. Look at that, a little bit, and look how much it looks. Now, I don't know if you guys are able to see that. Can you see that? All that powder? Yeah, that's something I don't like. So let me just sweep it off. So when you're gonna use these, since it has so much kickback, definitely put something on to cover your clothes, because your chest will be full of highlight. Oh my god, this is like, ooh, I never put on this much. But we're going to buff out here to get a little bit of this off, because this one doesn't look that. What do you guys think? All right, I'll fix this part off camera. So I'm gonna charge my phone for a little bit. I'll be back, and then we'll continue with we'll do the lips, and you'll see what I did with my hair. So I'll be back. One thing I forgot before I go, we are going to, let's turn this on. We're gonna use the MORPHE setting spray. Oh my god, I can never. Ooh, that feels good, but I'm always scared of how to use it. Okay, so now I'm gonna charge my phone and I'll be back. Okay guys, so this is what I could come up with my hair. It is very humid and cloudy here and foggy today, so humidity has kicked in. So I went and put on the Kat Von D Ludwig. I forgot, okay, that I had not filmed this part, because I went and did a whole bunch of things within this hour. It's been an hour since I stopped and I put my thing to record. So this is drying, and while this is setting, I'm gonna put a lip gloss on top of it. But let's talk about the way my face looks. As you can see, I have like creasing everywhere, and that's just a thing turning on. And I am going to hold accountable for that the primer that I use from Flower Beauty. This is the second time that I've used it. Actually, it's the third time I've used it. The first time I tried it with a foundation that I've never used before, so I was like, maybe it's that foundation. So this primer right here, And then I said, let me try with a foundation that I have used and absolutely love, which is the CoverGirl one, the Vitalis one, which I have it right here actually. This one in 742. And I put it on with that and I noticed that it did the same exact thing. But then I was like, maybe it's not the primer. So that's why I just did the primer alone, because then I remember that I had set it with the Morphe spray. So I did the same thing without the Morphe and I did the same thing. So it's definitely the primer. Now about the Morphe spray. Everyone loves this thing and it is good, but I don't think it's great for my skin, because I've noticed that after I spray it, my skin looks great, but it looks really wet, and I just let it dry. And as it dries, I noticed that any foundation I've used, even if it's worked amazing on my skin, creases. So the combination with this and this do not work on my skin. And again, like I said, I do the deduction, take out one thing and try it myself. I tried it alone, it still does the same thing. So as much as everyone likes this, it's not working for me. But I do love this bronzer blush combo. I think it's great. I think it's amazing. I think it held up really well, along with the other bronzer that I put on, the Give Me Life. I don't know if I said that earlier. This worked out really good. I like it a lot as well. I've used it a couple of times and I really do enjoy it. Everything else on my face, let's talk about the eyebrows I've used before. You guys know about the Anastasia, is my favorite. The mascara has held up really well. I love this mascara. I have a video on it. The eyeshadows, let me get a brush. Can you see? They have faded, the darker ones. Especially on this side, it's like almost non-existent. I was actually gonna touch it up, but I was like, no, this is a review video. Let me just show them that within an hour, it comes off. Now, in all honesty, the only reason I feel that it lasted a little longer is because I went in with that sandy crotch color up here. So that's what I think most of you're seeing right now. And then in the crease, I used that color from ILUVSARAHI. Those two colors, I believe it's called Finders Keepers. I think that's the only reason why it's held up as long as it has, because I did do another look. I didn't record it though. I was playing around with the palette and the look came out beautiful. But while I was doing my makeup, before I even got to my face, literally whatever I put in my crease, it just came off. I had to reapply like 3 times to get it to look as pigmented as it went on the first time. So the staying power for me for the Morphe is not the best. And I tried a new primer the first time I used it, and I said, well, maybe it's just the primer because I've used it before. Then I tried a primer that I have used before, which is this one, and it did the same thing with the same exact color. So it's definitely the palette. So let me just show you that again, because I'm talking about it. So this, the Ring the Alarm palette. Beautiful colors, but I can see why a lot of people are saying what they're saying. It doesn't have the best staying power, so I don't know. I'm coming on the fence. I don't know if I'm gonna return it or not, but I do like the colors. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to try to film another look, or maybe the same look that I did the first time, so you guys can really get a hands-on of how it holds up. But I'm really not that impressed with it. I love the colors, but like I said, the staying power is not great. So let's put this on top, the Mama Star Kiss from the spring collection. And I could have put on the one that I love the most, but they don't even sell that anymore. Oh my god, this is like super. I don't think I'm gonna put any more on. Oh, I was like, concentrate. I love the way MAC lipsticks smell, and lip glosses, because they smell like cake, smell like vanilla. So I think this looks really shiny. Oh my god. So I think that is the entire look, so you guys can see. So you see the creasing. Let me get it close. This highlight with this light hand on it is like bam. Oh, and about the highlight. See, I'm all over the place. Forgive me. This is what happens when you try to do a get ready with me video and you start talking about personal stuff. You get like that. I think you guys know that. So Bathe. This color, I like it. I think it's really nice. It has a little foam on it. But what I don't like about these highlighters is the fallout. But I can get past that. So that's just my thing. My advice to you, if you get these, I think the colors are amazing. Staying power, like, I mean, look. If you want to shine from the gods, like they say, then this is the highlight for you. Bathe or Soulmate. But just be warned that when you're going to put it on, really dust off the excess off your brush. And when you're gonna put it on, make sure you have something that's gonna catch it that you're not gonna wear, because you will be full of this highlighter on your clothes. Because like the first time I used it, I looked down at my chest and I'm like, why am I glowing? And it was the highlighter, which is not a bad thing if you want to look that way, but if you don't want that effect, it's kind of a pain. And what else am I forgetting about? Did I forget to mention anything? So lips, I like the combo. We like the foundation. I do like this foundation. I'm going to try it again without the primer to give it a final verdict of what I think about it. Love the blush, bronzer, and the highlight. They're awesome. Eyes, they look great. I just wish it had better staying power. So I will try it one more time to give it my final opinion, and watch for that in either a get ready with me video or the Ulta haul video, because I'm trying to wrap this up. Concealer I've used before, and the powder, I love that powder. What else did I use that was new? And the eyeshadows from the ILUVSARAHI, the ones that I've used, I like them. So I need to do another look with different shadows so I can make a final verdict on it. But so far, so good. And I wanted to say thank you guys for sitting through that video. If you made it to the end, I know I'm all over the place. And I did talk about things that were very personal, and I honestly didn't think I was going to talk about, but I guess that's what was on just came out of me today, because I was just kind of winging it. So I just wanted to address that. If any of you are going through any kind of hardship, you will, this too shall pass, is what I tell myself and what I tell everyone. You know, everything in life is seasonal, nothing is permanent, and we can get through anything as long as we are positive and we tell ourselves, this is temporary, I'm gonna get through this, and we just, you know, hold our heads high. You'll get through it. But don't ignore your feelings either. So it's like you just have to have a balance, is what I'm trying to say. Have a balance. Don't ignore your feelings. Own up to them. Don't live there forever. Address them when they come. Go through them, and you'll be fine. So hope that makes sense. I'm going to go right now because I'm talking too much. I'm rambling. I tend to do that a lot. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.